So let's get started. Hi students, let's get started solving this paper. We will have exam approach, how quickly we will solve, and the basics, fundamentals, concepts are explained in individual chapters like ratio, proportion, percentages, like that. So let's take this question. So Arjun and Kiran, two people are there. As you read, you can note it down and say the ratio is 7 is to 9. If their total score is 384, find Arjun's score. So you are focusing on Arjun. Out of every 16 parts, Arjun is getting how many parts? The first one, that is 7 parts. So out of 384, how much? So 16, I can just cancel it out. 16 will go how many times? 2 times, and still I have 64, which is 4 times. 7 fours 28 and 2 14 168. So what is your answer? 168. Ria gained 25% by selling a storybook for $150. Okay, because it is CTS, the currency is in dollars. Say 125% of my cost price, I gained how much? 25%. 125% of my cost price is 150. Find the price at which, purchase the book. So I bought it for 100% of my cost price. How much? So 100 into 150 divided by 125. So just cancel it out. 25 will go how many times? 5 times, 6 times, 5 will go 20 times. So your answer is 120. Say A and N appeared in an examination. The sum of R's score and 3 times Rao plus 3 times Neha is 408. The difference between twice, two times of A and Neha's score, the difference. So what is that I have to do? Minus. Neha, 2 times Arav and Neha is 60. So you are able to get the equation, say equation number 1, equation number 2, two variables are there. I think this should suffice to solve it. Find the ratio of the score. So finally you have to give, say, Arav versus Neha. So now if you are looking at it, how to solve it, there is a plus 3n and minus n. So mentally I'm multiplying, so or physically you can just put it like, so 3 times 2, that is 6a. So this will be 6a and minus 3n, and this is equal to 180. So why I did like this? I want to cancel out plus 3n and minus 3n. Now, if I am adding a plus, say this is equation number 3, I am adding 1 plus 3. So that is 7a equals how much now? So if I am adding like this will become 588. So what is a value then? A value will be 7 8 56 and I have 28. So 7 4. So a is 84. Right? So how to get n value now? So which one will be better? Okay, taking this equation will be better. I'll get n. So 2 times a minus 60 is n value. So 2 times a, 2 4s 8, 2 6, minus 60. So how much this will be? 108. So if I am putting 108 here, and which table? So tables are little important to get that faster calculations. I can look at 12 sevens and say 12 nine. So what will be your answer now? Say D choice, which is 7 is to 9. So we are having an examination approach. I'm not explaining it detail. So because I already covered in chapters, where I explain concepts, fundamentals and details in other videos. So basic explanations are given in those videos. This is something like an exam approach, how quickly you solve. Yeah, let's go to the next question now. Rahul's salary before receiving an increment was 24% of his friend's total income. So comparison between Rahul and his friend. If friend is getting 100 rupees, Rahul will get 24%. His increment was one fourth of his salary. Now we are focusing on increment, which is one fourth of his salary before increment. Before increment 24th, increment is 1/4. That means he is getting plus 6. So plus 6. Now he is at 30. So what percentage of friend's total income? Friend's total income, we assumed it as 100, is Rahul's new salary. If friend is getting 100 and there was no increment for his friend's income. So you consider same as 100 and Rahul is now getting 30. So what is the percentage? 30%. Mira, a financial investment, okay, invests 9,000. Okay, we are there up to this point. She invests 60% of it in the stock market. So invest 9,000 per month. She invests 60% of it. So 60% of 9,000. So this is equal to say 5,400. And 25% of the remaining. So what is remaining? 9,000 minus. So this will be 3,600. Right, 25% of the remaining amount in say cryptocurrency. So we are there up to this point. She invests the rest in mutual funds. How much does she invest in mutual funds? So the rest means how much now? So 5,400 is invested in this one, stock market, and 25% of the remaining amount, say one fourth of this is invested, say 900 is invested in crypto, and the rest, so rest is in mutual funds. So what will be the rest here now? 3,600 minus 900, which is 2,700. So this is in mutual funds. Okay, so you look at this now. So, detailed explanation. Please refer to time, speed, distance for detailed explanations. Okay, we are having that exam approach, how quickly you are going to solve it. Kavya reaches a destination which is 36 kilometers. Say your distance to be covered is 36 kilometers and 30 minutes late when she travels at what is distance formula? Speed into time. Say your 36 is what is the speed at which you are going? 12 kilometer per hour. And what is the time? So let t be in hours. Okay, let us assume she takes t hours. So she is actually late, 30 minutes late. So t plus 30 minutes, 30 minutes I can write it as, okay, half hour, right? So if I try to solve it, 12 will go how many times? 3 times. And if I take LCM, this is going to be 2t plus 1. And this is 6 left side and minus 1 also I am doing. Okay, this will be what? So your t is 5 by 2 hours. That is basically 2.5 hours. At what speed she traveled to reach the destination 30 minutes before scheduled time? So now it is 2.5 hours. If I subtract that 30 minutes, so she should reach in how many hours? 2 hours. Distance to be covered how much? 36 kilometers. And now you know distance is there, time is there. At what speed she has to go? 18 kilometer per hour. Okay, so let's go forward now. A passenger bus covers a distance of 300 kilometers at two different speeds. The first 120 kilometers, so distance of 120, covered at the rate 60 kilometer per hour, and the remaining distance, what is remaining distance? 180, covered at the rate 90 kilometer per hour. What is the average speed for the entire journey? So how to get average speed? Average speed is nothing but speed formula, total distance covered divided by total time taken. So how quickly you write it now? Total distance is 300. What is total time? First it took 2 hours and again it is taking 2 hours. So 4 hours. So what will be your average speed? 75 kilometer per hour. The ages of Ananya, Rohan, Vikram are in the ratio. Okay. If Vikram is 45 years old, the last person is 45. So it is given ratio as 9. To get 45, you multiply it by 5. Find Ananya's age. So Ananya is the first person. Same thing you do. Multiply it by 5. So what is Ananya's age? 20 years. Kavya borrowed 50,000 from the bank at the interest rate 10% per annum compounded annually. Find the amount she must pay after 3 years. Interest on interest is compound interest. Say first it is 5,000 for the first year, right? 55,000 after first year. Second year you will add back this. So you will be calculating on 55,000, say 10%, so which is equal to 5,500. Okay, 5,500. So far you have 5,000, 5,500 in the next. So your amount now will be how much? 5,000, 55,000 plus 5,500 you are adding here. Okay, so this is going to be 500 like this is okay. So you have 60,500, again 10% on this, again 10% on this for the third year, which is equal to how much? 6050. So if I add up, this is 50 and I have a 5 here, and 10 16,000. So originally it was 50,000. So what will be your answer now? 66,550. So we are having a logical approach to solve this question. So you might also apply a formula: amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 power n. So to calculate amount in compound interest, some students go by the formula method. It is up to you. Substitute and get it, or calculate year on year to reach the amount. So this is something like logical method. You apply every year, add back interest to principal, and again calculate afresh. Okay, it is up to you. Okay, one or two questions of data interpretation also you will get. This is a pie chart. We'll discuss more, okay, in data interpretation chapter. So now quickly try to get it. So 32%, what is that? How many working professionals are either software engineers? Okay, dark. This is what I should be focusing. So 32%. And then teachers. Where is teachers? Which color? Okay, so this is teachers. If I add up, this will be how much? 60%. And 60% of what? 60% of 8,000. So quickly, 6 eights are 48. Don't do anything. Again, no calculations, nothing. So don't do this. 8,000, again putting 60% and writing like this. Now you are trying to cancel these two zeros, and 6 eights are 48, and then you have, okay, two zeros. So all this you should avoid, okay, during exam time. Okay, so let's go forward. Ananya spends 30% of her salary on rent and groceries. So what is balance left out? 70%. From the remaining, okay, amount, she spends 2/7. Remaining is 70%, and she spends 2/7 on medicines. So how much? This will be 20. So 70 minus 20, what will be the remaining? 50. And then spends 40% of the balance on travel. Okay, so 40% of 50 will be how much? 20. Okay, so how much is she left out now? 30. If she is left out with 5,400, what is her salary? We started with 100, finally she is having 30 rupees. If she actually having 5,400, what is her salary? Okay, quickly cross multiply to get the answer. 5400 divided by 30. So I see that it can go 18 times 0. So what will be your answer? 18,000. Just stick it. Huh? Don't write again 18,000. Equal to 18,000, not required. Okay, look here. Arjun, Meera are in the ratio 3 is to 5. If each salary is increased by, so let that be 3x and 5x, and each salary is increased by how much? Plus 6,000 plus 6,000. And now it becomes how much? 7 by 11. What is Mira's original salary? Quickly get the x value now. So 33x plus 66,000 is equal to 7 5s 35x and 7 6 are 42,000. Okay, so now you have, sorry, this should be written as x, right? 35x. Okay, so this is say 2x, and if I subtract, it is 8 plus 16, which is 24,000. So what is my x value? 12,000. Once I get the value. Now what is whose value I have to calculate? Mira's original salary is 3x. So 3 into 12. So how much I got here? 12,000. Just a second. Yeah, Mira is actually 5x. So it is 5 times x, which is equal to how much? 60,000. So look at this now. If you are looking at this, number of employees in marketing and operations department of a company, 2 is to 3. If 12 employees are added to each department, the ratio, similar question now. So let's write 2x and 3x, add 12. Okay, so 3x plus 12. If I add, now the ratio is 3 by 4. So 4 2's 8x, 4 48 here, 9x here, 3 12's 36. So this is x, and if I, okay, I'm getting x as 12. So find the initial numbers. 12 twos are 24 and 12 threes are 36. So what will be your answer? Okay. I know I am going fast. So as I said, this is your exam approach. So for understanding purpose, I have done separate videos on each of the chapters. So kindly go through them. Okay. So that once you start comfortable there, you can do it as fast as possible. So let's move on. Rohan sold a laptop at 25% profit. So always, okay, so 125 is getting. So assuming CP as 100, your SP is 125, 25% profit. If you had sold it at a price 8% lower than the actual selling price, now actual SP is 125. If you had sold 8% lower, that means you would have got only 92%, 100 minus 8. So quickly cancel this, 25 fours, 25 fives, and this will be something like 4 twos, 4 threes. 5 threes, 15, 1, 5 twos, 10, 115. So find the price at which, okay, so his profit would have been 1500. So had he sold it less, it is profit. Now if you look at profit, CP 100, what is the actual profit now? Okay, so SP is 115, so his profit is only how much? 15. So if it is originally 1500 profit, what will be your cross price? Logical thinking, cross multiply to get the answer. 100 into 1500 divided by 15. So I can, okay, look at it, 100 into 100, which is 10,000. Straight away go and mark the answer. So don't write is equal to cancelling and then finally getting 10,000, then going and taking, please avoid. So you should ideally avoid writing in a competitive exam. More of thinking, less of writing, you will save a lot of time. So even you save 5 seconds per question, 10 seconds per question, multiplied by 20 questions. So 5 into 20, 100 seconds, you can as well attempt another question. Okay, so now look at this. What number must be added to both the terms to make it equal? Okay, so 15 plus x. I don't know what number I have to add. So I'm taking it as x. Once added, it should be 5. Okay, see. So you want the number. So 3 5s 45, 3x, 5 into 7 35, and 5x. So quickly try to get x one side, say this is 2x, and this is equal to 10. So what is your x value? Go and take it again, don't write.